Now to the story of a Sydney tree changer who's taken his move to tropical Queensland beyond starting a hobby farm.
First, Chris Beckwith chose a rare fruit, the mangosteen, to grow on his orchard, and now he's embarked on a project to cyclone-proof his fruit, protecting his precious produce from the ravages of the Far North's wild weather. Craig Berkman has the story from Far North Queensland's Daintree region.
In the shadow of the historic Mossman Anglican Church, the weekly Saturday market has been attracting both locals and tourists for years, with everything from op-shop clothing to local produce, including the tropical fruits for which Far North Queensland has become famous. These are purple mangosteens.
They're called the Queen of Fruit, and it was due to Queen Victoria's liking of the fruit when they finally reached port all those years ago. That's pretty perfect. Very sweet, very juicy. So, yeah. Fantastic.
Mangosteen trees usually grow to this sort of size or larger, but Chris Beckwith is now growing them like this, as part of his tree change from Sydney to the Daintree rainforest.
I was in advertising, I'd had enough of all of that, and in the end I thought, well, come up to here and try something different, and rather than sit around, it'd be nice to grow something. And after trying some mangosteens, I thought, well, these are the ones.
Tropical Far North Queensland is also famous for its tropical cyclones, which come roaring in from the Coral Sea pretty much every summer, causing havoc among the populations here on the coast or further inland. Agriculture gets hit pretty much every time, but Chris Beckwith has established a system of trellises and netting which he believes will protect his crop and prevent damage in the event of the next big blow. It's called open tatura trellising, and it supports and protects immature plants with angled posts driven into the ground. The lower profile helps withstand strong wind and makes harvesting easier than full-sized trees.
So these limbs will be trained and pruned at an angle, and slowly we'll be getting fruit on right down the length of these arms. It started in Victoria in the Goulburn Valley in the 70s, and various trials were done and with apples and pears. And after Larry in North Queensland decimated so many of the farms down in Tully in that area, it was suggested by one of the folk from Melbourne to try and introduce this growth system in those cyclone-prone areas.
Chris Beckwith shares the common local viewpoint that sustainability is a very good thing.
I'm doing everything here on solar power and have a bore in the ground, and it all works with the pumping systems we have, which is pretty good. You know, to be totally off the grid running a farm is great.
The profits to be made in rare tropical fruit might be uncertain, but this tree changer hopes he's set himself up to at least avoid weather-induced losses. Craig Berkman, ABC News in the Daintree.